Thermostat on the fritz? There is only one name you need to know. Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating.
Nevada National Security Site Advisory Board, they meet a few times a year. We've got them to meet once a year at least in Pahrump, since we are the host site for the security site, which encompasses Area 5. Darrell Lacey gave a presentation early on about the Nye County's issues, which is we were trying to work with DOE, get them to pay for some road improvements out here, since we're the host site. This is one of many meetings that we go to as commissioners, liaison. The public's been notified. I know you guys have done it a couple nights, and we have, I think, 4 people from the general public show up.
People seem to be very passionate about the transportation and nuclear waste and everything, but for some reason aren't here to get the facts.
Right. It happens a lot, and that's why you elect people like us. We go to these things, we show up, we listen, we interact with them. The presentation that was just being showed, I've seen that a bunch of times. It really highlights how most of the stuff is not dangerous. Dangerous if you eat it, it's dangerous if you hold on to it, but in the packages, how they're transported, even if the trucks turn over and the material spilled on the ground, it's just that area that's contaminated, and there has been no material spilled in transportation in the United States. I know you can find almost anything on the internet, but those are the facts from the guys who do it. One of the board members here used to transport it, and again, backed that up for me.
That's what they were talking about, the difference between exposure and the difference between contamination, and what's the difference between high-level waste, low-level waste. We aren't really getting high-level waste here.
No, not as it's classified at this time. The U-233-35 is as hot as anything that's going to go into Yucca Mountain. It's classified as low-level waste because they classify it by where it's generated. And our statement to Harry Reid and the governor and all of those is, you agreed that it's okay to bury that 20 feet in the ground, and that's safe, but Yucca Mountain is dangerous? We're kind of concerned that, we're not dealing with the same facts here.
This is at the Nevada National Security Site that they are actually transporting this low level, right?
Right. It's Area 5, right, Alpha Mercury. And it's done by secure transportation, which means they have pilot trucks in front and behind with armed people, and they do not tell anybody when they're coming or the route they're taking. It's very, very, very classified.
And this has been going on for years.
Well, this just started probably in May. They finally did this, but all the other material's gone to Area 5. Yeah, for years they've been storing stuff. There's stuff out there hotter than this that's coming now that's been buried there. So I get people get passionate about it, but it'd be good if they talk to some of the experts and see what the true danger is, which is very minimal.